One day, in retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as the most beautiful. Being entirely honest with oneself is a good exercise. Out of your vulnerabilities will come your strength. The mind is like an iceberg. It floats with 1/7 of its bulk above water. We are never so defenseless against suffering as when we love. Dreams are the royal road to the unconscious. Where does a thought go when it's forgotten? A woman should soften, but not weaken a man. In the small matters trust the mind, in the large ones the heart. Love and work are the cornerstones of our humanness. Unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. Most people do not really want freedom because freedom involves responsibility, and most people are frightened of responsibility. He that has eyes to see and ears to hear may convince himself that no mortal can keep a secret. If his lips are silent, he chatters with his fingertips. Betrayal oozes out of him at every pore. From error to error, one discovers the entire truth. Whoever loves becomes humble. Those who love have, so to speak, pawned a part of their narcissism. A man should not strive to eliminate his complexes, but to get into accord with them. The madman is a dreamer awake. It is that we are never so defenseless against suffering as when we love, never so helplessly unhappy as when we have lost our loved object or its love. The voice of the intellect is a soft one, but it does not rest until it has gained a hearing. He does not believe that does not live according to his belief. Words have a magical power. They can bring either the greatest happiness or deepest despair. The behavior of a human being in sexual matters is often a prototype for the whole of his other modes of reaction in life. The first human who hurled an insult instead of a stone was the founder of civilization. Beauty has no obvious use, nor is there any clear cultural necessity for it, yet civilization could not do without it. Where ID was, there ego shall be. The intention that man should be happy is not in the plan of creation. The great question that has never been answered is, what does a woman want? Men are more moral than they think and far more immoral than they can imagine. Every normal person, in fact, is only normal on the average. Being entirely honest with oneself is the best form of self-care. The creative writer does the same as the child at play. He creates a world of fantasy which he takes very seriously. The ego is not master in its own house. The conscious mind may be compared to a fountain playing in the sun and falling back into the great subterranean pool of subconscious. Dreams are often most profound when they seem the most crazy. The interpretation of dreams is the royal road to a knowledge of the unconscious activities of the mind. We are what we are because we have been what we have been. A man should not strive to eliminate his complexes, but to get into accord with them. They are legitimately what directs his conduct in the world. How bold one gets when one is sure of being loved. When a love relationship is at its height, there is no room left for any interest in the environment. A pair of lovers are sufficient to themselves. The behavior of a human being is determined not by reality but by his perception of it. A man who has been the indisputable favorite of his mother keeps for life the feeling of a conqueror. Neurosis is the inability to tolerate ambiguity. In love, there is always some madness, but there is also always some reason. Men are strong so long as they represent a strong idea. They become powerless when they oppose it. The more perfect a person is on the outside, the more demons they have on the inside. There are no mistakes. Civilization began the first time an angry person cast a word instead of a rock. Public self is a conditioned construct of the inner psychological self. Anatomy is destiny. The dream is the liberation of the spirit from the pressure of external nature, a detachment of the soul from the fetters of matter. There is a powerful need in man to believe in something. Love in the form of longing and deprivation lowers the self-regard. He who knows how to wait need make no concessions. The virtuous man contents himself with dreaming that which the wicked man does in actual life. Poets are masters of us ordinary men in knowledge of the mind because they drink its streams which we have not yet made accessible to science. No one who dissects the soul escapes the shadows. Illusions commend themselves to us because they save us pain and allow us to enjoy pleasure instead. We must therefore accept it without complaint when they sometimes collide with a bit of reality against which they are dashed to pieces. In every age, the poets and philosophers discover what the psychologists later explain. Instinct of love toward an object demands a mastery to obtain it, and if a person feels they can't control the object or feel threatened by it, they act negatively toward it. Thought is action in rehearsal. If these quotes made you think deeper, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment your favorite quote below. Share this video with a friend who loves exploring the human mind. Together, let's keep learning one quote at a time.